Camera? There we go. Coming into the light. Welcome to Get Roaring. I am Rory. Fancy meeting you here. It's time for some hockey. During the playoffs, things are happening. Today, more things are happening today. Last night, pretty much every series that was down 2-0, they came back to 2-1. A whole lot of home team wins last night, actually. As for our team, we didn't win too much. Hey Al, how you doing today? Good to see ya. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to some NHL franchise mode, eh? We're at the draft. We took a look at stats last time, I think. So let's see who's retiring. Patty Kane. He was with Moncton. So he's 40 years old, 1,479 points in 1,575 games. Wow. Anze Kopitar, almost like over 1,750 games played at 41. 1,459 points. Johnny T. Johnny T calls it a day. So we're done with Johnny. 1,356 points in 1,500 games exactly. Duchesne, Matt Duchesne, over 1,000 points in almost 1,500 games. Ryan O'Reilly, almost 1,000 points in almost 1,400 games. Jonathan Huberdeau, 36 years old, 930 points at 12-15. Roman Yossi, 918 points as a defenseman in 1,277 games. Goodness. Same with Letang, over 900 points in 1,447 games. Couture calls it a day. Tarasenko calls it a day too. Interesting. Trangelo calls it a day, 731 points in 1,411 games. Marchessault, also, done. 725 and 967. Chris Kreider, 704, 373 of which were goals in 1,140 games. Charlie Coyle, Backlund, Michael Backlund, 40 years old. Gustav Nyquist, played for the Leafs apparently. Brendan Saad, William Karlsson. There you go. Killorn, Deneau, Hoffman, Strome. Ryan Strome? Oh, I didn't. 35, okay. Dadanoff, Justin Falk, Arvidsson, Yarncrook, Nick the Butte Bukestad. Done. 36. Connor Brown, I think. Yep, Connor Brown, 35. Gustafson, Savard. How old was Savard? 38? Okay. Gergensons, Nate Schmidt, sorry. Let's take a look at goalies. Bob calls it at 500. Wow. 516 wins in 905 games. He retired playing for Bridgeport at 40. Goodness. Varlamov also 308. 308 wins in 670 games. Markstrom, 301 wins, 703 games. Jake Allen, 226. Grubauer, 196. Lyon, almost 100. DeSmith, almost 100. Wedgwood, 81. And, well, Max legacy. If you're going to have a legacy, have it to the max. Okay. John Tavares is a coach. What? And so is Tanev. I guess Tanev retired as well. Not a surprise, actually. 2029? Puts him at like 38. Interesting. Imagine John Tavares and Chris Tanev as your coaches. Imagine. Okay. Let's take a look at the draft class. I think we're picking 7th, if I recall correctly. 8th, sorry. 8th. And then we have some couple of second-round picks early and late, and then a 5th. So 8th. What do we got around 8th? Are we kind of just out of the We got another defenseman. Pretty good. What kind of defenseman is it? Is it a puck mover? OFD. It's actually kind of what we need. 17 years old, though. It says he's NHL ready, but... I'm kind of okay with that. Kind of okay with that. Alright. Next we had, I think, was the 7th in the second round, so like 40th. Ooh, there's a gem there. What are you? A grinder. Patrick Hornquist? Might be a grinder. 2 years away, though. That's pretty good. We might have to move up a little bit to get him. Around the 40 range that we're looking. I think we try and go up for that guy. We might need to use our later second round pick in order to get him. In fact, let's take a looky-loo for a second. Do 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 do. Okay. That's Maddox Humphrey. Can we look at Primo? Thank you. Oh, it's a goaltender. I'm willing to take a flyer on a gem goaltender. I'm kind of fine with that. Maybe we use our 5th to bump up to that one? I'm okay with those. Is there any other diamonds in the rough that we want to look at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15. Now we sort of get into the questionable stuff. Right there. Parise. These are all the incredibly variable ones. I'm not seeing anything that's knocking my socks off. I think the ones that we've looked at are pretty good. Let me take a look at the old roster for a second. I think maybe we put line A on the block. You think anybody will take Holmberg? I don't know. 11 mil? I don't know. Okay. I think we do this thing. I do not want to trade a first round pick. Thank you. Put line A on the block. I mean, I could put Tolvanen on the block. Kind of only, if we trade Line A, he's our only, like, sniper at this point. So, unless we can sign one. It doesn't hurt. I mean, worst case we trade him, something happens, I don't know. Rookie skaters. Not really seeing any of our guys that we want to ditch. I want to see if Wassland becomes something, so I don't think I want to go there. Fine with our goaltending situation there. Okay. I think I'm good with just those two. I think future I would like first and seconds. I'm actually okay here. I'm interested to see what's on the market for defensemen. That's the question, though, is if we do that, is there anybody that we're not interested in keeping? Joseph doesn't have any value. He's going away. So is Larson. So we do need some defensemen. Although Walzer should be up here with Carlo. So it's not really... It's not super pertinent. I wouldn't mind these two in a reduced role. So we'll see if they... We'll see what they want to re-sign for. Obviously not the same money. So... let's see what happens. So I wanted to I wanted to see if I could move up. If I can get up to like 34, 35, that would be good. So round 2, neither of them want to trade. We're up here. Let's see what Calgary wants. They want 2 seconds. They want next year's second and Olish. The late second, which is basically, I don't mind that one. Do they want this year's second? Why wouldn't they want this year's second? They do. just sweeten it? Can I give them the 5th? They do want the 5th. Does that work? I doubt it. Oh no, not the 63rd. Oh, Rory. Alright. Come on. Come on now. Okay. Actually, I don't want to pick this year. I'll take their 5th and their 7th next year? Is that too much? Yeah, just the 5th? Really? Do I have to put in a 7th? Do I have a 7th? I can do that. I don't even know. I feel like this is shuffling deck chairs. Okay. That works. Good! Yeah, okay. That's what I wanted to do? Yeah, let's see how it goes. So we're gonna sim pick. I want to see what happens if we get close to somebody taking the player that we want. Usually, not 100%, but usually the computer picks an order. So all should be okay, but it's possible. Who's still available in the draft class? Yeah, it's getting tight. I mean, we can see what Utah would take for that pick, just to be sure. If it's like, you know, a whole bunch of stuff, then... Walzer, Lalonde, Walzer, no. They don't even want her first. That's a problem. They want Columbus's 5th. Yeah. I'm gonna do that because, like, I want to make sure we get this guy. A 5th round pick is not going to make the difference if we don't. So Arplat is another defensive defenseman. Zdeno Chara, NHL ready. Pretty much have a bunch of him already. So I think we go with Ald. Probably could have waited, but I didn't want to risk that. I thought he was a pretty good ad for what we are looking for. We'll take Humphrey. Thank you. We have pick 63. I think we put that on the block and see what happens. Block? I think it's in fine trade. And a trade block. Put that on there. Alright. Let's sim to that pick. Nope, no offers. Okay. I am going to add some time. Since we're not going to use the timeouts, might as well do as many as we want. There we go. Unless I get more picks, I guess. But let's see what we can do with this. Frankly, I am not a fan of keeping line A. So, as most teams are. So I'm going to see what is available. One deal. Let's see what it is. Don't think a lot of that's accurate. Yeah, we'll go with that. Nope, okay. Couple thirds down the line. Might do it. Doesn't match up with what we need. I don't know, a couple of things do. 3/3. And actually 2/3 and a 4th. I don't know, I don't think it'll get it done, but it's fine. Might be a little too greedy. Let's see what else they got. I don't think that's accurate. I don't know. We don't have a too good a read on pretty much anybody on their lineup. 2. Let's try this in pieces. Third and a 7th? It's basically a third, so... Kind of interested in what this is. What are you? 3rd round pick? Older prospects, I guess. What about the picks? I was seeing a 3rd and a 7th. Feel like a 3rd and a 5th? Probably not. 3rd and a 6th. Just a touch. Okay, well, back it up a sec. How are we doing for time? 8 minutes, okay. I think we'll take one of the 3rd and the 7ths. I'm good with that. Okay. Couple thirds. Basically a couple thirds. Let's do this manually. Alright, let's see what San Jose has. Macklin still? No, it's not happening. Austin Mercer? Interesting. I don't know. What do you think? Should we trade Line or just hang on to him and see what happens? Or wait till after the draft? Maybe we'll wait till after the draft. We're not restricted by it. We'll see if somebody wants him in the summer. Alright. Let's get moving. Yeah, I'll take a look at it in the summer. Maybe we can do something after we sign our players. Because at this point, cap is not our issue. I think I'm gonna let this coach go. That's fine. We'll just let him expire. Scouts. I think if they're not A's or B's, I'm not gonna re-sign them. Or I can just let him go and see what I can get. I think I'm just gonna let him go and see what I can get. Okay. Yep, that's fine. Trying to upgrade my, go with the suggestion you made and upgrade my scouts to try and get as many A's as possible. Not the easiest thing, but we'll see what we can do. All right, re-signing players. I think we're good for most part for contracts. Now let's take a look at UFAs. Joseph does not want an extension, so we're going to release. Larson does. I'm okay with Larson as a third pairing. What does he want, though? 2.1? On a 1 year? I'm okay with that. Lowry does not want to re-sign. That's fine. Turcotte does not want to re-sign. That's fine. Anybody who's not in, you know, kind of done with. Take a look at RFAs for a sec. Kidney and Jaeger. I'll just qualify them. Fine. Goalies. I think we clean house. We'll look at goalies later. We're pretty much set. Like, Snack is our goalie. Okay, one position at a time. Let's look at forwards. Forwards, I think we're okay. If Beverly wants a two-way, that's fine. Okay. Hospital I like. 4.4 for 2 years. What? He had 23 goals. But he's a top 9. I don't know. That doesn't sound like something I'd want to do. How much does Holmberg actually want? He wants a two-way. Pontus can stay with us. He earned us 11 mil. What do we do about Pospisil? I know he scored 23 goals, but he's not high on the organization either. I don't think so. I think we let him go to free agency. He can get a bit of a reality check. Alright, UFAs. Ranta. As long as they're two ways, I'm okay with it. Crookshank. Yep. Doan. What was Dingman? I have a feeling Dingman's not gonna stick around. I mean, he played okay for USA Hockey. He's got a lot of work to do. Like a lot. For a 20-year-old. Yeah, I figured that was a... I figured we were going that way, Al. Because, like, that's just not... That's a lot of cake. If he wanted, like, 2-ish... Maybe 2.5, I'd be like, okay, it's a little high for an 80, but he scored 23 goals. I don't know. I mean, it's probably just an entry level, so whatever. How are we doing on contracts, though? 41. Maybe not. Maybe not. I feel like these two have, you know, lived themselves out, basically. Maybe we'll see them in free agency, maybe not. Okay. We have tons of cap space. Tons. Snack is going to need money. That's the thing, is next year is money. Because Snack is coming up, Days is coming up, E-Bone's coming up, Carlo's coming up, well, Line A, but, you know. Alright, Larson we need to still figure out, and Miller. Colin Miller, I don't mind either of these guys as like a 6'7". $2.1. What does Miller want? 0.1. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm okay with Larson. We'll let Miller go though. Which means we have to find a defenseman. So maybe we're flipping Line A for a defenseman? I don't know. Depends who we can sign as well. Because we're right now we're looking at Rorius, T-Bone, Carlo, Walzer, and then Larson, like Villeneuve. But Walzer still may need to play 5-6, so yes, yeah, so yeah, okay. Maybe he plays with Walzer. And then Larson is our 7, but we still need a 4. So we put Ald with Walzer on our 3rd pairing because they're young. And then we have Carlo with somebody and Larson as our 7th. And then Villeneuve is our call-up. That's pretty good. So we need a top 4 for at least a year. Probably just a year. I don't want to get somebody... Maybe we get an older guy for a year. Villeneuve I'm okay with. One way? Oh boy. What's our max on a 2-way? We'll give a max on a 2-way. I'm fine with that. Benning. Holy jumpin', Brent Burns still wants a contract. He's 44. I'm sorry, Brent. Well, what does he want? He wants 1.15 out of 1-way. I don't think so. Oh boy, okay. Benning, I'm okay. Kessel, I'm okay. Luckenoff? Is this a... This is a... Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We'll give him the... Alright, and we need to sign all... Go down to the bottom. Probably down here somewhere. Hurry, bud. Ald will sign. Yep, he's in. Betts. Betts is still a 66 at 19. Not 4 or 6 low. We're gonna give another year. Humphrey, I think it was 2 years, so we're gonna let Humphrey take a year. I think Betts we can do as well. Okay. Good. I think we're set. So I got 10 contracts available. We need a bunch of goalies. I think we're okay. Okay, Kidney accepted qualifying, so did Jaeger. Okay. Sheldon Keefe is available for 7.7 million. I'm just saying. Okay. There's Chris Tanev. Certainly a good match for our defenseman and Patrick Laine for some reason. Johnny T? Johnny T is less of a good fit. Aside from like the big name head coaches, which I don't understand, we could get Travis Green. No, we couldn't. Okay. I'm trying to see if, like, a coach maybe doesn't have a high percentage, but like the top end of our talent matches. But it seems to be all over the place. Oh, I think we're into an AHL coach or something. Yeah. Okay. Would have been cool to like sign Johnny T or Chris Tanev. I mean, Chris Tanev is okay with pretty much everybody but Days and T-Bone. Johnny is good with everybody but McMuffin and T-Bone. Johnny's an interesting choice. Like, I kind of want them just for fun. Alright, let's see what's available for scouts. Very few A-level coaches. We need an NHL. And that's a Nordic coach. Maybe we can move one of our Nordic coaches, I guess. Let's juice it a bit. Nobody else is interested, so we'll take it. Then I guess we go with B's. Okay. We need one for the O. And USA. Okay. As for coaches, I just need to look at my coaches, just a sec. I mean, we have a pretty... I think our coach is decent. He just doesn't fit our players that well. I have to do one more thing I want to try before I start figuring that out. I have to figure if I want to try, like, can I even get Mel? The answer is probably not. No. Alright, let's see who's available. The only one I'm somewhat confident about here is Jamie Drysdale. Let's sort by... Probably not accurate. Wow. Joseph wants 6.6. He was earning like 3 something. Kevin Fiala would be interesting. But he's not really interested in playing for us. Joseph is the only one we really know about. And he only fits on our 4th line according to our current coach. Pospisil still wants 4 point. He wants 4.9 now. Drysdale would be good, but okay. Time to have a bit of a conversation. We have 2 of 2 things. We have HB and McMuffin, and we have Rorius, and we have T-Bone. They're both the same thing. And they're all going to be first line somethings. Like first line defense or first line forward. And we have 2 of both of those. We need a sniper. Like we need somebody who's going to score a lot of goals. Like not Tolvanen, not Patrick Laine. Like we need a bona fide number 1 like first line scorer. Like sniper. We need that. Also, if we go for somebody like Drysdale, for example, I don't know if Drysdale's the best example, but if we got Quinn if we got Quinn Hughes, right? He would be playing on the first line. So I know I'm talking about all of our custom players, but we need to do something because we have too many of the same thing. So that's why I was kind of interested, can I get Mel? But I think the answer is no. So the question is what do I do? Because I think we have to make at least 1, if not 2 big moves. If we sign Drysdale, my assumption is Drysdale is going to be at least a top 4, but probably a top 2. Probably. Which Walzer or any of those other guys could end up being. I don't know. That's another concern, especially if we signed him to 6 years at 8.4. But we also have to re-sign Carlo. But Days is not the problem, right? Like Days we have 1 of. So let's go back to our people. And now you know why this is a conundrum, right? Because there's a lot of people that we like, but Days is a playmaker. So we have these 2, and they're kind of the same thing. And we have those 2, and they're kind of the same thing. And then we have Rorius, and we have T-Bone. Why am I missing T-Bone? T-Bone's right here. Okay. So we have those guys. The thing is, I don't think McMuffin gets it done. That's the problem. I don't know. We also don't have a full... we don't have a full clip on what Mel is. But she scored 43 goals. Okay, I can try, but it's probably a no. Woefully insufficient. We can try... And I asked them, like, would you trade anything for Mel? And they said no. So... like, maybe Rorius would work for Mel. That's the possibility there. Like, that might go. They also did not propose this, so it might not work either. Let's buffer it. Let's buffer that. Isn't sufficient at all. Should I try Rorius for Mel 1-for-1? Option is I find another sniper. Alright. We'll have to go hunting then. Alright. Let's, first of all, let's do the thing that I wanted to do. Line A is only 1 year now, so... What's this now? Interesting. Austin? Austin is 32. Let's take a look. Go check out the Leafs. No move. Full no move. And Matthew Nyes would be another of the same thing, unfortunately. I'd love to have Matthew Nyes, but no. Okay. So I don't think Austin is a potential because full no move, so unlikely. Same with Willie. Willie would have been an interesting try. Is Willie he's a playmaker, maybe. Okay. Caulfield does not have a no move. I could deal with Caulfield. No trades. Oh boy. What? What is this deal? 18 million? Wow. Okay. McMuffin for Caulfield? Alright, let's see what it does. Proposed trade. I do want T-Bone. I don't think that's enough value. Value isn't where it needs to be at all. We also may not have a great understanding of Caulfield's value. We have 3 binoculars on his value. So it could be higher. This is a tough one. That's last year? Like the overall? Sick. What am I doing? Heaven only knows. There we are. Okay. Usual suspects. A lot of them are early 30. Caulfield's at least 28. Ovi's still playing at 43. Goodness. Mel is the youngest and the highest. Jack Hughes. Connor Bedard. Who's only 23 at this point? That's crazy. I don't think we'll be able to get Bedard. Now we're starting to get a little low. Like, I don't think we're going to be able to get Hughes or Bedard. But it's worth a shot. Yeah. He was still with Dallas? Still no move. Gosh, it's hard. I mean, part of the... Maybe we just take a serious run at Caulfield. Even though they don't... Or a serious run at Mel. Since, like, they don't have a no-trade clause, they're likely going to at some point. It might mean that we have to really, like, sell hard in order to get them. But I don't know what that means. Like, I don't mind draft picks, because at this point we have a lot of prospects, so... Do we just throw our wallet at Utah? Like, what do we do? Now I'm kind of wishing I did it at that draft. Might have been easier. Oh, boy. Yeah, we do. I'm just gonna see something. That's all? Kinda sad. Offers are insulting, honestly. I'm gonna try something a little different. Let's try going with Utah. Sometimes one asset doesn't quite do it. Let's try this, just for the heck of it. Oh, okay. Let's try... and Kuzmenko. Anton Heinen. Brislick. Do I have any boat anchors? Michelli, kinda. Hard to see the highlight. Let's start there. Okay. All right. Looks like T-Bone is going to be our top pairing. So that one's settled. So now we need to go after Jamie Drysdale. Let's start negotiation. Charm is a 50-50. Let's start neutral. Organization is pretty high. Let's talk about the contract. I'm okay with 6 years. I would like to try and take down his no move. So I'm willing to give him a little more bread, especially since we just traded Rorius. I'm gonna offer him an extra mil and see if we can cut down his no move. Maybe we go 750. Ah, what's the difference? Go with a mil. That moved it a little bit. Oh, that's gonna be tough. Modified no trade. Let's go modified no trade. Reduced. Let's go with that clause option of 17 and 12. I'm prepared to make assurances. I think I can guarantee him to play on a power play unit. I hazard to put him in top 2. Or it's in the top pairing. I don't think he'd go for top 4, so... Do we do power play? I think top minutes would help him. I mean, he played like 25, so maybe we just go pairing 1. Yeah, let's try it. Yeah, he's down. Okay. There we go. Really? Okay. All right, let's look at goalies just for a sec, because I need other goalies. Oh my gosh, Dustin Wolf. Did he finally hit UFA? No, he's still in RFA. Gosh, he's so broken. Well then. They broke Dustin Wolf. Just sad. Okay. I'm gonna get Brossois just for some insurance. I'm not really sure about all the rest of these guys. Ilya, I know, is like AHL starter. Can be. I'm willing to give this guy a try. And we need a third. Sure, why not? Well, it's an entry level. I don't know, we'll just get this guy. One way, give him a little extra money. Offer contract, see if it works out. Okay. Alright. Now, I'd like to see if we get Drysdale. If we get Drysdale, then I won't use Line A for a defenseman, but if we do get Drysdale, then I'll use him for something else. So I think I'll keep Tolvin in as our second line sniper, because now we have Mel. Or I see what we do with McMuffin. All right. Also, how is our... Do we know how our coach is with Mel? I don't know if we can see that yet. No, it won't show. Okay. I still kind of want to get, I still want to get Johnny just for fun. How many years do I have this guy for? 2? Was it Johnny or Chris Tanev that was better? I think it was Johnny. Yes. They're very much the same, I think. Chris Tanev's a little... He's better in the teaching department, which could be good. What's Johnny like in the teaching department? Johnny is probably very boring in the teaching department. Maybe that's what it is. We'll go for Chris Tanev, just for fun. Be fun to see him on the bench if we're like going to the game and all that. It looks all gritty, but he is wearing a suit, you know? Alright. Okay. It's hard to know exactly what I'm going to do because I got a lot of moving parts at this point. It's always funny how Rorius never works out on any of my teams ever. Doesn't matter how good he is. It's just, he just never works out. It's funny. Alright. Let's just see if we get Drysdale before we do any more work. Oh, Chris Tanev is not interested in the quality of our roster. No? I just got old. I don't want to trade him. Alright. Got a scout. Got a scout. Got a scout. Okay, we got Drysdale. Alright, alright. Played okay for Moncton, I don't know. I don't know. Probably not worth it. Okay. Let's take a look at where we're at. Defense first. So, T-Bone and Drysdale. Carlo and somebody. Walzer and Ald, probably, but they don't have him here. Because we just don't know yet. So we need somebody for Carlo. Somebody with Carlo. So let's see about Line A again. There was plenty of defensemen available on free agency, but let's see if we can figure this out. Because at this point, Line A is playing on like the third line. There was Lundqvist for 4 years. Marino for 1. Granlund. Korpinski. Let's see what Marino's about. Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's just a 1-for-1. That's probably much better value for the same money. And we need to spend money anyway, so here we are. I'm fine with that. You can play with Carlo. Alright. Oh, they're the ones that signed Quinn Hughes. Nobody's available in Colorado. Do 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 do. Interesting. All right. So we're looking at for our forwards. I'm guessing Mel with HB and Days. I think again. And then probably McMuffin with Olvinen. I don't know if Lalonde will be there this year. I think Lalonde might be a third. So maybe we get a second line playmaker, if that's available. Lots of defensemen, goodness. I don't mind an older guy for this instance. If there are any older guys. All right, let's do a look. Let's do a looky-loo for playmakers. Probably forward, second line, player type playmaker. Maybe the Nuge. Nuge could be interesting. Poitras was available. Doesn't really fit our scheme, but that doesn't mean much. Maybe Poitras? Let's see what they want for the Nuge. We'll offer Poitras, in worst case he plays on our third line. Contract? 2 years is fine. Yeah, you know what? Just... I'm good with that. Alright. I'm going to take a look at the Nuge anyway. What are we looking at for a contract? 3 point something? Bunch of randomness. Jaeger in a third? A second in Jaeger, or Jaeger in a third? What? Okay. Jaeger wasn't much of that. Really? Maybe Jaeger was something. I guess Jaeger did have some value. Yeah, we can do Jaeger. Might be able to sneak a 7th out of it. Maybe. Nope. Yeah, let's do it. There we go. All right. Okay, let's take a look at things. Yeah, I was with Yao. 'Cause So we're looking at T-Bone Drysdale, Carlo Marino, Lars, and then probably Walzer and Ald, if Ald makes it. Otherwise, we have Larson, and we can use like Villeneuve or Lou for Kessel, whoever. Benning, I don't know. Any of those guys. Okay. Next. Extensions. Time to get money, get paid. Well, Mel, we broke the bank for, so... she wants 9.3 over 4. What does she want for 8? 12. Is she still an RFA after 4? UFA. RFA. I'm okay with that. That'll take her till she's 26. I would rather do a bridge, but she didn't seem too interested in that. Yeah, it would take a lot of money for her to do a bridge. That's this year plus 4, so it's like basically what Austin Matthews did, or really close. So I'm good with that. To lock her up for 8 might take more than 13. Let's do that. Okay, T-Bone. Basically the same. We're gonna do that, yeah. Days. Basically the same, yep. What does Carlo want? 6.1 over 4. What's he earning now? 7? I'm gonna give him a year. Because, like, I want to see where he is after this year. What did he want as part of that? No clause. Will he cut it down for a modified? I think I'd rather just sell him at no clause for 4 years at 6-1, because I could always trade him. Although, I kind of want to see where the other guys are at the end of this year. So maybe we'll wait on that. I'm good with locking the big players up. Snack. He wants a bridge deal. Perfect. I'm good with that as well. Okay. So our cap is going to get destroyed next year. That's fine. I think we're still behind though. Like we still have room. Yeah, we have like lots of room. We're gonna have to do a Pontus Holmberg contract again. Oh, it's annoying. I doubt anybody has any boat anchors. We'll find out. We can do a boat anchor for a year. Just a sec. Let's do this. Calgary, Calgary, Calgary. Anyway. Vito doesn't usually, after a few years, there aren't too many boat anchors left. Oh, are these even sorting by? They are not. They always wanted to trade me Kotkaniemi out of Carolina. But he actually has trade value. See, I don't think they actually, like, think that there's value here in me taking their contract. Like, which there should be. Unless they're not tied up against the cap. That's the only other thing I can think of. Or they just don't want to trade Lindell, which is weird. Guess they don't? I don't know. Connor Murphy. Still has a little bit of value though, so Los Angeles, Los Angeles. They want to trade Brady Shea, but that's a real boat anchor. Trevor Moore is also a boat anchor. Well, perceivably. Rodin? I can't believe there's actually, like, value in that. Alright, I guess we just signed some whatever to a huge deal. Again. Oh, I hate doing this. Do we need anything else, though? Let's double check that first. Not that it matters. I mean, really. Okay. Forwards. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Robbins can play third line. Guess we could use some third liners, maybe. I don't know. No, Lalonde is going to be on the third line with maybe Robbins. So maybe we get a third line center. Lucius has dropped off, pretty much out of the race. Yeah, let's go get a third line center. Nick Paul? I like Nick Paul. Perfect. Good. That was easy. Is this Brad? Oh, I want to sign Brad just for 1 year. 1 year, Brad. You can have as much money as you want. There we go. Just give Brad a bunch of money. He'll be our contract. There we go. I thought you would. I thought you would. Alright, 2 ways. Let's get some 2-way contracts going. Or we have like a we'll just grab these, or we'll grab Mahura. Anybody, kind of interest there? Yeah, why not? Actually, we'll leave a couple contracts because the other guys, just to have some space. I think we're good. I think we're good. Let's look at... Oh, we're almost there. I should have given Brad more. All right. Does anybody want a 1 year? Zucker? Zucker might work. Perfect. Let's give him a bunch. Alright. Alright! Okay, I'm gonna call it a day. That's like... That felt like a lot more than it should have been. I still have to get a coach. I don't know. I might figure that out, you know, on the side. See if we can still get Johnny. Or Chris Tanev or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I think we did some good work, and I think we're actually going to be able to put the puck in the net next year, which will be nice. And I'm pretty happy with our defense. The addition of Drysdale, I think, is good. You can play well with T-Bone. Carlo and Marino could hold the fort while the young guys come up. We'll see how it goes. Goaltending is solid. We got our firsts of everything. We got our first line center. We got our first D and T-Bone. And we got our goaltender and Snack. So now it's going to be time for the team to, you know, get it going. So we'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Appreciate every minute you spend with me. Enjoy a day full of hockey in like half an hour. 3 hockey games in a row. 1, 4, and 7. Starting with the Battle of Florida at 1 o'clock. So if you didn't have anything to do today, now you do. Lots of hockey. After the hockey. More hockey. Alright. Have yourselves a good one. I'll talk to you later. Enjoy your weekend. Bye for now.